Welcome to Power Monday, where your Mondays will never be again. What's up, everybody? Good morning and welcome back to another episode of Power Monday, where your Mondays will never be blue again. As usual, my name is Taufik, and if this is your first time tuning in, Power Monday is ERA's original podcast where we bring in inspiring teammates who share their challenges, their breakthroughs, the life lessons learned that have shaped them to the person that they are today. So if you guys are looking for your dose of motivation, we're here on Mondays. Catch us on Spotify as well as YouTube. Now, for this episode, it's not the loud, dramatic kind, but the internal ones, the moments where you could walk away, react emotionally, or quit, but you choose something different. Today's guest experienced one of those moments very early in her career, a moment where she was shouted at, caught off guard, and made to feel small, and had to decide in real time who she wanted to be as a professional. Instead of reacting, she stayed calm, and that single decision changed the entire relationship and her business. So let's welcome to the Power Money studio, Alethea!
Hi everyone!
Thank you so much for wanting and agreeing to do this. I was scared, but you said okay. You said yes, and it was good. All right. So for some of us who have not known you, take us back to that moment in your first year. What exactly happened? What was going through your mind? Actually, no. Let's take it further back. What did you do before real estate?
Oh, before real estate? Yeah, okay. So before real estate, for about 12 years, I was running an events company.
Oh.
My own business for a long time. And then COVID struck. Okay,
Events company as in like just normal?
My niche was in like planning bring your kids to work day kind of thing.
Oh.
Family day events, and also a lot of kids parties.
Nice.
Yeah, birthday parties.
And then COVID happened?
Then suddenly I dropped. Yeah.
That's like on
overnight,
everybody's mind
excuse me.
during COVID, what age of it. So then how did real estate come into the picture?
Yeah, so around that time, or it's been at the back of my mind, right? Because at that point I had my first home, my BTO.
Right.
And it was already past the MOP.
Right.
Yeah, and before we even had the flat, like I already had the intention to sell it lah. Yeah, it's just that as a consumer, right, I didn't feel equipped enough. And honestly, when I signed up for the RES course, I had zero intention to take the exam. Yeah, it was purely as a consumer.
Knowledge,
Yeah, I just wanted the knowledge.
Okay.
Yeah, because like I was very clear that I wanted to sell my place, but I didn't know what was the next step.
Right.
Like how to pick the property and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. So you paid to learn just to know about how to sell it.
Well, technically I didn't pay lah, right? Skills Future. Skills Future, I used it.
Okay, so what was the turning point that made you, maybe you
The
can do
turning
this
point,
career?
so actually I had more than one business. So during COVID, right, I have another marketing company.
Wow.
Yeah, with my friends. So we did a lot of F&B marketing lah. Yeah, but at that point also really everything when it was COVID, right, it was a standstill lah. Yeah, because we couldn't dine out, right?
Right.
And at that point, like all the F&B businesses also struggling, right? So where to give you budget? So that business also wasn't working out. And that was the time where I kind of completed the course already, like the RES course. Then I was thinking to myself like, okay, since the exam was going to be about 2.5 months later, then I was like, yeah, okay lah. I mean, let's give this a shot. Let's try that. I wasn't planning on too much. Didn't think too much also. Just thought like, since I had really nothing better to do and I was cooped up at home all day, I just study lah.
I see. And then you took the exam.
Yes, then after I passed, thankfully. And then yes, 4 years later, I'm still here. Yeah.
So what made you decide to stay longer? I mean, obviously, this, like you mentioned, this wasn't part of your life.
Yeah, that was not the plan.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what was it? Was it one of those things where you just, since I passed, might as well just do, or was there any other example like this?
Like the first priority for me was to get my property,
Right.
and my next property, you know. Yeah, then I realized like, HDB
So fun.
you cannot decouple,
okay.
right? So it was purely like for me, I just want to serve myself first. And then after that I was like, oh okay, yeah, I mean sure. Then I had friends around me who were looking for like, for example, their first home kind of thing. Then I was like, oh okay, like then I told my friend like, hey, if you don't mind, because she couldn't vibe with the agent. I think the agent is like from the parents' era, that kind.
Oh, okay.
Like maybe the parents' agent. And then she's like, the things that he tells her, they just couldn't agree on certain
Right.
things. Then I was like, hey, in that case, why don't I help you find it lah? Yeah, then so from there I started to serve more of my own friends really. Yeah, which is I mean it's also pretty difficult serving your own friends, like don't know where to draw the line, you know.
A lot of arguments.
No, not really, not in that sense, but it's like you just feel a little bit obligated to do more, like
right.
beyond the role of an agent, because it's your own friend, and then you want to do it right. Yeah,
Right,
things
right.
like that. Lor.
So were your friends also the first difficult client? Or was it a different thing?
Yeah, some of them. Some of them are not very easy. It doesn't mean my friend that easy, right? Yeah. In fact, I think it's harder. Honestly, it's harder I feel, to serve family members and friends. Yeah.
And then you mentioned early on in your career about your first year, there was an incident that happened that involved a landlord shouting. So what
Yes.
exactly
That was a bit shocking. Yeah, so in my first year, I was serving this landlord, and so it's a referral case. Yeah, so it's not really a warm lead, but at least it's a referral lah. So I got the whole tenancy done, and then so you know during the early stage, like the 30-day defect
Right.
period, right? The tenant reported like some stuff lah about the washing machine, like maybe it's like leaking electricity or something. Like basically when they touch it, right, they get a shock.
I see.
Yeah, so to me it's quite it sounds very alarming lah. And I know they have young kids.
Right.
So I was extra like I was very alarmed also. And so then I took this feedback and I gave it to the landlord. Like I told him like, hey, I think it's not working very well. Like should we send someone down to check or replace it? And I was just met with a very firm like, it's working, right? It's working, I'm not replacing it. Then I was like, okay. So and it was quite harsh lah. And I tried more than once to bring it up, and he got very upset. Yeah, and raised the voice lah. So can't remember the exact words, Yeah,
I didn't think you
I
should.
don't think I need to remember these type of things. Yes.
Yeah.
And so I was quite taken aback. And in that moment, I was quite upset. Yeah, I remember telling probably like my husband, maybe even my mom, or like the people around me. I was like, why like that? Did I do something wrong? I don't think so. Like, but why was I shouted at? Yeah, and also then intrusive thoughts. Then I was thinking, well, I don't need to earn your your money is so difficult to earn, or what? Like you shout at me as if I'm worthless, right? Then I was thinking, then maybe not everyone is worth serving, like at the back of my head lah. But like for me, I just kept quiet actually. In that moment, I was just too stunned to speak. It was on the phone.
I mean, okay lah, face to face it will be much more
More awkward.
awkward. You wouldn't know. At this point, it's just okay. Then you put down and you cry. But you mentioned the feeling of being worthless at that point of time when the landlord scolded you. So was that how do you regulate your emotions without letting them take over your response?
I think with a lot of things that I encounter in life, right, I just choose to take a step back. Yeah, and just look at it from afar, or basically just don't take things too personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if I was really going to react and then I'll probably like just tell him like, oh, it's okay then, like let's just call everything off, or like I just like
so you
it could be that angle, right?
So that means you stay with the client. You continue.
Yeah. So for me it's, I mean, not only him, right? It's with anything in life, or if someone is being nasty, unkind to me, I try not to take it personally, because in my opinion, like everyone expresses things differently.
Right.
Yeah, and they're very much shaped by a lot of things lah. Like I believe everyone has their own battles.
Right.
And because if I'm gonna tit for tat, like you argue or shout at me, I do it back, right? Then you will just get like crazier, like a fire will get bigger.
But a lot of other people will have just walked off and said they
I've
don't
seen
need
some.
the client.
Yes. Yeah, then that leads to people arguing. Then I don't want to go there lah. Don't think it's constructive.
Are you someone who would actually fight back? Like you say tit for tat. Would you
I
actually
would if I think
if there are no rules? There are no ethics
Yeah,
in place. Would you?
Yes, so I mean, I would fight back in probably an instance where, I feel like something is unjust.
Right. Oh.
Yeah, or like someone's trying to cheat someone's money or that kind of thing lah.
Yeah.
That kind of thing, I think morally I cannot take it.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's just people shouting or like, I don't think it's meant to, I don't feel like it's very much targeted at me either lah. But of course I couldn't really understand the thought process, like, yeah, and for me at that point I was very concerned because if something was to happen in the house, like electrocution or what, isn't that quite serious? Like I feel it was very serious and I really wanted to address that lah. Yeah,
Did something happen?
no, nothing
Any
happened. So in
electrocution?
the end, but in the end, really, like, so I got the handyman to go down,
Oh.
and then of course he tested the thing and he reported back that really there is like something wrong and it's a safety issue lah.
So you bought the handyman even though the landlord say no, or did you actually
Because I think it's
So
a serious thing lah. Yeah, I mean even if I have to absorb the cost myself or whatever, I still think cannot like that, like it's very dangerous. Yeah, so I rather people be safe.
Is that why is that the thing that made you believe that help you stay objective rather than
I think
defensive?
so. Yeah, I think so. It's very much like the safety of the people. Yeah, no doubt my client is the landlord, right? But we don't want anything bad to happen in the unit as well lah. Yeah.
And do you feel that incident was it a test of professionalism, mindset, character? I think it tested
Definitely.
everything.
Yeah, I tested a lot of things.
You question yourself.
Yeah.
But I mean, when you do events
Yes.
stuff also, you also
Yeah.
encounter this, right?
Events is a little bit different. There's a lot of like in events I had to have always a backup plan lah. A lot of plan B, like, because anything can go wrong, right? Like the equipment can fail, or like the staff may be sick and then don't turn up, or like some traffic issue and people come late.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that can go wrong lah.
Right, so early on in your career, did you expected this kind of incident?
No, I mean I do expect things
I just
to.
study areas for fun, and then I cannot
Like,
score.
I think as a new agent back then, I was like, when it comes to rentals and tenancies, wow, I was also thinking, wow, really anything can go wrong will go wrong. Like literally everything works perfectly. And then the people move in and suddenly they tell me like, no, the tap leaking, or like this one not working. Then I'm like, but I thought I tested it yesterday. Then today you come in and suddenly not working already. What? Yeah, so all these funny things will happen.
Do you kind of like evolve into a better version of yourself when you face with this kind of client? Like the question earlier was, this incident was a test of mindset
Yes,
or
yeah,
character.
yeah.
Was it something that you really took it and then make sure that in the future when you do meet these kind of clients, you are more emotionally grounded and more objective?
So yeah, I mean, I've never encountered that, right? So in that moment, so I made the decision, right? To make the decision to firstly not talk back at him and to focus on the problem. And to me, the problem is the machine and all that. The problem is not really him lah. Yeah, and then that's my job to try to like, bring it to his attention. And then I thought like, okay, if maybe he's not in a good mood today, let me see what I can do. And then after that, then let me talk to him again lah. And and then slowly but surely, after I told him, right, I sent the handyman and this that, and then after that he agreed to replace the machine.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So
it was a bit unexpected. So I thought he's not gonna replace it lah.
is the client still
I'm still serving this
Really?
client till today.
so now he don't talk back to you anymore?
No, now he's like one of my best clients.
Oh.
Yeah, and he even recommended his business partner, to me, and I serve his other friend as well. So and then the unit that we tenanted out for him, after that we sold it with the tenancy also. Yeah.
So obviously as agents, rejection in this respect can feel personal.
Yeah.
So how do you separate your self-worth from how clients treat you out?
So I think it's a lot more on, you see, our self-worth, I think we define it ourselves.
Right.
Yeah, it's not really for others to tell me. So despite all the shouting and all that, like I don't need to look for the external validation
Mm.
of like in things that I do. Like I feel like I train myself that way. That if I know that I do my job well, I did it to my best ability, and I want the good for my clients and stuff like that, right? Then like I mean, at the end of the day, if they think it's not up to their standard or they
Right.
whatever, then they can tell me lah. But and of course, well, if they say nasty things and all that, then I will also evaluate lah where they are coming from. Yeah, if it makes sense to me, or if I think like, yeah, okay lor, like if you have a point, then you do lah. But in that case of the washing
I
machine,
was
then
right.
like I don't know where that came from. And yeah, so my self-worth, in my opinion, I define it myself lah. It's not really for others to define for me.
But this calmness that you kind of insinuate when you face with these clients, is it something that you learn, or is it something that you have to experience yourself, or is it always you? Are you just a naturally calm person?
No,
I feel like you are.
I don't think I am that kind. Or like I think it came with age as well. Yeah, and also like with family and all that. Cause to bring it back a little deeper, that kind of thing. I grew up with my dad was always not in Singapore, so almost like a single parent. My
Yeah,
mom,
yeah.
and then my relationship with my brother was not the best growing up. So I think there's a lot of things like when growing up, and I'm the younger sibling. Yeah,
Youngest of?
youngest
just you
of
and your
two
brother.
lah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I think a lot of times I had to fend for myself.
Right.
Yeah, growing up. And it's not that there were bullies around me or anything, but at the environment at home was definitely not the best lah. I don't know if I want to go into that lah.
That's for another probably theme
Yeah,
season.
correct.
Right, so since that incident, especially that when you go through that at the early point in your career, how has it changed the way you handle conflict or pressure, not just with the clients you face, but also in your business as well, or your personal life?
Yeah, so I think with everything, it's more on for me, right? Like I want the best outcome,
Right.
so I work towards that. Yeah, so it's like even like it's definitely there are going to be conflicts, in anything.
Right.
Because when we're talking about property, right, a lot of it is a very big ticket. It's like everyone's like almost biggest asset.
Right.
And for a lot of clients, I don't blame them. They do get emotional about it, when it comes to anything at all, selling the house or a piece of furniture or whatever. Like I can empathize with why sometimes they react the way they do.
Right.
Yeah, but my job is always to help them get to really their goal lah. For example, their next the next property that they want, or for whatever reason, like you want to stay closer to your mom, that kind of thing. But in that moment, I can also very like highly empathize with them why they cannot let go of certain things, maybe their
Right.
childhood home or whatever. So I think I'm pretty good in that sense at reading emotions lah, and I do give people the time they need to perhaps like go through those.
Right.
Yeah.
So for new agents who are listening and watching, what's the biggest mistake you see people make when they're faced, not people lah, agents make when they're faced with rude or emotional clients?
Actually, it's not just the newer clients. I have
Newer
seen-
agents,
I
not
have
just the
seen
newer
some
agents.
very experienced agents also like, getting into arguments with each other.
Oh my god! Oh, with agent.
Yeah, agent and
Agent and
like
agent.
arguing. And that's why I think it's something that we definitely have to learn. How I think it's for me, right, really is my focus is not so much on I must be right or anything. I don't have to be right. Yeah, because your reality and my reality very different. Yeah, but really it's the outcome lor. Like if at the end of the day something is better, then I'm just very happy already. Yeah, does that make sense?
Understand.
Like if I help them achieve what they want, or like basically, or even like agent to agent, like if another colleague can learn something from me, through the way how we troubleshoot certain things, right, or how we handle our clients, then that is the best thing already lah at the end of the day.
So knowing what you know
Yeah.
now, experiencing what you have experienced now, if you were to time travel back to your self when you just first started, what would you tell her? Like let's say you can right after the landlord scold you, you have a number to call your future self. Then your future self answer.
My
What
future
would you
self
say?
will
And then
say,
you cry.
don't worry about it. Just let him scold you. He will turn out to be one of your best clients. And you'll get to know his whole family.
But some people cannot tahan, like when they encounter this kind of clients. I don't think most of them will be like you, will still stay and stick through until today.
Maybe not so calm lah. But can learn one. Don't worry. It's a skill you can pick up.
Is it a mindset thing where you are able to like help shift whatever negative interaction and then turn it into your best client relationship? Is it something that, yeah, is it a mindset thing? Is it a thing, a skill that you've learned through your events
Skill.
stuff?
I don't think it's a skill, but I think yes, mindset. Yeah, in anything, not just like this, right? Like I feel like as an agent, like really our mindset super important. Yeah, like you go into a I want to say battle, like macam everyday battle like that.
It's true, every day is a
But
battle.
yeah, you don't go into something thinking that, like at the start, if your mentality is like, oh yeah, cannot lah. Like example, open listing.
Right.
So many agents competing. Then if you think like, wow, so difficult like then it's okay lah. I just not gonna put effort at all. I go and work on something else, right? Then equals to you no chance, right? You're not even fighting the yeah. So I mean, while we want to try to pick our battles also, I think that the mindset very important lah. Yeah, it's like you must be positive about it. You must know that you can do it. Right? You can do it. Like even if got other people like, but you just, if you think like you are the better one, you are the one who's going to close this deal, then you'll find a way to make it happen, and then you go towards that.
Right. You have to respect yourself enough to know your self-worth, so that when other people disrespect you, you feel nothing. Well, not nothing lah, but you're not inclined to emotionally be attached to it.
Yeah. Correct.
Okay,
or
so
just let actions speak a bit louder lah.
right, that's powerful. Okay, so now taking a break from the seriousness, we have a new segment for this season called Pow Pow Basket. So this is the basket.
Yes.
Inside there are some. Don't take the spider out. But inside there are some.
I didn't know about spider.
It's a fake spider, guys. So there are some questions rolled up. It's some can be serious, some can be quirky. You just take one. Don't put it back.
Don't
Read it.
No wonder there was one on the table.
I don't know. Put it back. Read it and then answer
What's
it.
the weirdest client request you have gotten? Weirdest
Do you have?
It's a bit hard. I cannot think of any weird
Oh, okay. Maybe if you can't think of any, you have anything that you've heard.
anything I've heard. Not really.
Maybe then I have to ask you to pick another question.
Yeah, maybe pick another one.
Okay. Let's pick
Yeah,
another question.
good for us to know that all my clients not weird. So
Yeah, so for that
maybe
one.
I'm the weird one.
Oh yeah, so you're the weird one. So anything weird also, it's like no.
If your pet or friend could describe you, what would they say?
Do you have a pet?
Yeah, I do. I have 2 hostages at home.
What was it?
Yeah, I have 2 cats at home.
Oh,
And
right.
if they were to describe me,
Let's say 2 cats, 1 cat. Describe you.
they will say the same thing that I harass them all the time. So yeah, between me and my husband, right, I think that the cats think like he is the mother, the more nurturing one. And then at home, I'm the I'm the chaotic one. Yeah, I will pick them up against their will, and I will like squeeze.
So that's why you don't have any weird experiences.
Huh?
'Cause you're the-
Yeah, I'm the will. The unpredictable. Then they see me sometimes they run.
You know, usually, right, I thought like for cat owners,
Yeah.
usually the slaves, the cat, but
Yes,
Where is
I am the slave, but also they are torturer. Who will dress
So-
them in outfits.
Oh, if they could speak.
Oh, so cute.
Oh, you're one of them.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to going back to breaking limits. Okay, to anyone listening who feels disrespected or undervalued right now, what would you say to them?
Undervalued right now. Yeah, I think really the biggest thing I would say is don't look for it externally with everything, right? Respect, happiness, and all that. I think sometimes we're so caught in the moment, then maybe we don't realize that we have the biggest say in our own life,
Right.
and really you dictate what you want to feel. Or sometimes if it's some struggle you're going through, like a bad moment, or you're feeling very down, or you need to rant, right? That's fair lah, because we're all emotional. Yeah, we need some outlet. And I think, yeah, you just like give yourself some time, maybe 1 hour, and then just promise yourself next day to bounce back lah.
Right.
Yeah.
So there you have it, guys. This conversation is a reminder that breaking limits doesn't always have to look bold. Sometimes it looks like staying calm when your ego wants to react.
Yes.
Sometimes it's choosing professionalism over pride. Her story shows us that the way you show up in uncomfortable moments can open doors you didn't even know existed. So here's your takeaway for today. You don't always control how people treat you, but you do control how you respond. And that response might just shape your future. Alethea, thank you so much for
Thank
sharing this moment with us. And it's been a pleasure to have you in this studio. And thank you guys so much for everyone for tuning in. If you enjoyed this episode, please continue to follow us on Spotify and on YouTube. Until next time, keep pushing forward. Stay empowered as you continue to rise by raising others. And remember, your Mondays will never have to be blue again. It's been Alethea and Taufik. Have a great week, everybody. Bye-bye. Welcome to Power Monday, where your Mondays will never be blue again.